begin.
Welcome. I am Brother Max. It is October 10th, 2025. You know what that means. We have reached double digits of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 13. It is day 10, and I've watched Tusk for 10 days in a row, and it got me thinking, where does Tusk fall within the filmography of Kevin Smith? Now, I'm not going to be including like the animated series of Clerks or his stints on like Degrassi or his Evening Harder or Evenings with Kevin Smith collection or his directing episodes of like the Goldbergs and the Flash and Supergirl and stuff like that. It's like these are limited to just his feature films. One is on here just because he directed a segment, but it's technically still a full feature movie, so I'm including it. But before I really start to like make people mad, because I got a few on here that you're like, really, you're putting that there, and I don't own a few of them, which is weird. Which is only like a couple of them, but. Before I do that, I need you to click subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and share. And do the same for a bunch of others. You got the 13th Wolfman. You got Professor Macabro, Echo, Echo and Professor, I really appreciate you sharing my videos and stuff like that. And you got Jennifer Tochi, you got Bones and Hobbs doing their live streams, and Lamonia, I think you just did one as well. So like, and you got Moods and Double Shot J and a bunch of others, and they are all keeping the spooky season alive. So please go show them some love of what I just asked of you to do for me. So now, okay, I think I'm going to need a drink. I didn't take a drink yesterday. Just because I had to like sanitize the can because of my guest host. So I'm just going to kind of I think I'm going to need this for this ranking and to deal with the outcome, what's going to hear in the comments, because I want to hear what you have to say about my ranking of the Kevin Smith movies, because I know for sure that a couple of them are going to be, I know they're going to be a little, there's going to be some controversy about it. So, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Let's start out with probably the weakest of the bunch. And this is the one that I really I finally sat down and watched it. And it's not that memorable. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to take any away the hard work they did to it, or how he did it, like especially because it's the way he did it. It's an NFT. With that alone should tell you which one's at number 17. It is Kilroy Was Here, or Killjoy, or whatever. It just didn't do anything for me. It felt so much not like a Kevin Smith movie. Or I know there's Harley Quinn Smith in it, and it just I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. Like, I honestly, if I ever do like marathons of Kevin Smith movies, I will leave this one out. Like, I don't like doing that, but I will leave this one out. I'm just, there you go. Now, number 16 is the movie that I referenced. Like, this is the movie, the full-length feature movie, where he just directed a small segment, which is Holidays. Overall, I like the movie. Even Kevin Smith's segment is really funny. Everything in this movie is really good. Like, this is a very good horror anthology about the holidays of the year, and it's pretty decent. It really, really is. But like, I had to include it on the list just because he directed a segment, and it's so where it's number 16 because it's just it's like 15 minutes long. It's not a very long segment, and so that's why. Number 15 is a movie I do not own. It is Jersey Girl. I put it this high on the list, or this low on the list. How you gonna put it is because I'm waiting for the rated R version to come out, and I do think this movie has a lot of heart, man. It really, really does. Like, Ben Affleck does a really good job in the movie. George Carlin does a very good job. Even the little girl does a really good job. I mean, everyone in this movie is really good. And this is actually my first introduction to Sweeney Todd. That's a kind of interesting little factoid about Jersey Girl, is that was my introduction to Sweeney Todd, was because the girl wanted to go see it on Broadway, and she performed it on stage for the class play or whatever. I can't remember, but I know there's a rated R version of the movie, and I really hope one day that comes out. So that's maybe when I finally see that version, I'll change my rankings a little bit. So I'll do an updated ranking. So number 14 is Yoga Hosers. I like this movie. It's fun to watch, but if you compare it to the rest of the movies on his filmography list, it deserves where it needs to be, at least in my opinion. Yes, this movie is definitely not for everybody, and definitely does turn away a lot of people who are Kevin Smith fans and just casuals. Like, there's a few people that I know who I think would never like this movie. So it really depends on the person, honestly. It's like people there's people who I think would like it, don't like it, and the people I would never think would like it love it. So it's like, and I kind of fall in like in between. It's like, I will watch that movie. If I'm bored, I will watch that movie. It's just because it's fun. Let's put it that way. Next is Cop Out. I actually got to see this in theaters. It was a lot of fun. Now, this movie has a different mode on this movie. You can watch it. There's the maximum comedy mode where Kevin Smith kind of pops in every now and again and talks about a scene and everything. Now, that's the way to watch this movie. If you have this movie on Blu-ray, seek out and watch the maximum comedy mode, because overall the movie's pretty funny. Okay, I will admit. And I got to see this in theaters, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the simplicity of just trying to get a baseball card back. But like when you watch it with the mode where he pops up and starts like kind of talking about the movie, it adds another layer to it, and it's just like, it's really good. So next is the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I actually got to see this on tour, and even with that being said, that's why it's number 12 on the list. I love this movie. It's fun to watch. There is a lot of heart in this movie, especially when it becomes with Jay's. Like, I think this is Jay's best performance ever. I really think so, especially when he's trying to connect with his estranged daughter that he never knew he had and everything. But like, this is a great performance by Jason Mewes. Like, it is awesome by him in this movie. I'm like 1000%. He brings it in this movie. Next is the 4:30 movie. Now, this movie took me a couple times to watch. Okay, I watched it once, and I didn't quite know how I felt about it, to be honest with you. I liked the premise of them in a movie theater. I liked just a bunch of friends just kind of goofing off and having fun, and while one of them is trying to like go on a date with a girl and stuff like that. But I just didn't know how to feel about it. It was I don't know why. And then one day I'm like, you know what? Let me sit down and change maybe it was the environment that I watched in. My son was kind of running around and stuff like that. So let me like put in more of a Max kind of moment, environment where I turned off all the lights, fixed me some popcorn, sat down and watched it from start to finish. And I really, really liked it. I thought I got to experience the more emotional moments and stuff like that. But I really like this movie, and I'm glad it's come out a little more than halfway. But it's strong where I placed it. It works. Okay. Now, this is where Tusk falls at number 10. As much as I've been talking about it all month, okay, in all honestly, there are better movies than Tusk, okay? I'm not gonna lie about that. And there's worse movies than Tusk as well. But Tusk is just a good, solid movie, creature feature, mad scientist kind of movie, and that's kind of what I liked about it, and that's where it falls. It's like it's just right where it needs to be because it's number 10 on the filmography ranking, and it's has its moments where it's better than some others and worse than others, but it's just overall like have I just like this movie. There's no doubt about it. So that's all I gotta say. Now number 9 is the other real horror entry in his list is Red State. I got to see this movie as well on tour, and it was a lot of fun to watch it because like he talks about how different audiences react to different scenes and everything, and us being a red state because that's where he traveled all through the red states to tour this movie, and there were scenes where he's like, yeah, I figured you guys would laugh at that particular scene or kind of like hoot and holler at this, whatever. So like I can understand that. So and I just really like this movie. It's super gritty. It's super violent. It's definitely his first real like chance to like step away from the dick and fart jokes kind of thing, comfort zone that he's in, and I think he really hit it out of the park with Red State. I really think he did. So that's why it's at number 9. Now, number 8, I got to see this in theaters. I went to see this with my dad, and there was a couple awkward moments. If you've seen this movie all the way through, but it's a Kevin Smith movie, so it's not graphically anything, but like seeing naked women on screen with your dad, and or like simulated sex scenes, you know, with Jason Mewes and Katie Morgan and stuff like that. It's a little awkward. So it's Zach Amiri, and this is his attempt at making kind of like a Judd Apatow movie, which I don't think is that bad. I know he kind of talks crap about it sometimes, but I don't think this is a bad movie at all. It like all his movies has heart, and even though it kind of buried between the dick and fart jokes kind of thing, but like it's fun. It's a great cast. It's funny. It's just overall good. And this is the censored case. I am looking for the Blu-ray version of the Zach Amiri to make a porno on it. Like see, this is Zach Amiri on it. I need to find the case that has Zach Amiri make a porno, because this is like the Walmart version. Because funny enough, I had my grandmother buy it for me because they were going to out of town to go, and I just like, I'll give you the money if you pick it up for me, and they're like, yeah, no problem. And it was just like, just kind of funny to have my grandmother buy me this movie or pick it up for me. I should say it that way, but it's a lot of good. It's just a fun movie. So after Zach Amiri's number 8, number 7 is Clerks 2. I got to see this in theaters as well, and this is kind of where maybe some people kind of get turned off by Kevin Smith a little bit because of like the dance number and a few other things. But this movie is so highly quotable, it's not even funny. You got Pillow Pants, you got Kinky Kelly, you got the Lord of the Rings speech. What else you got? You got the dance number, which is really good. Then you got there's just so much. There's some language in this movie that is definitely out of date, but it's like if you know the character, you don't think he's saying it out of malice, okay? And then there's some like really funny scenes where it's like, holy crap, did he just say what he just said? You know, and it's just like, and it's set in a movie's restaurant, which is really cool because they burnt down the Quick Stop, so they kind of move it on over to his fictional fast food restaurant within the world. So, and it works really well within a fast food restaurant, and it's just funny as well. So now number 6, that was number 7. Number 6 is Mallrats. I love Mallrats, and this is the 90s. There for a little while they were doing like the best of the decade kind of stuff, so it's like it's like if you just take it out, so it's like a nice little cool slip cover, and it even has a kind of like best of the 90s kind of factoids in the front. So that's why I like this edition. So, but you can't beat Jason Lee as Brody, and is it Jason London or Jeremy? Jeremy London as T.S. Quint, and then you got some of the earlier regulars. You got what's her name? Oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name. She stars in Chasing Amy, and you got Ben Affleck as as the proprietor of the Fashionable Mail, and just like I'm drawing a blank. That's really bothering me that I can't figure out her name. It's bugging me. But then you got Jay and Silent Bob trying to what's it called? I am drawing a major blank on this movie for some reason. I don't know why. They're trying to destroy the stage because T.S. Quint's girlfriend broke up with him. That's what sets this whole movie into play, and she's going to go on a dating show, and so he's hanging out at the mall, kind of sulking around. But it's so much fun. I'm not doing it justice, but Mallrats is one of the key ones in there. And I remember watching this one like early on. I think I saw this before Clerks. I think I really did, because I always remember the three-nippled lady psychic for some reason, but it was always weirdly cut on TV, because when you would watch it on TV, you don't understand why are they gawking at the lady, and then when you see uncensored, like, oh, that's why. So now at number 5, this is the top 5 favorite Kevin Smith movies, and coming at number 5 is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Now, if you want to talk about a quotable movie, okay, here it is. From the opening line of the movie, it's the little baby singing the little F-bomb song, and then then goes into Jungle Love, and then it's just so much. This movie it's just a bunch of quotes, and I can't believe how many people he got in this movie. You got Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, you got Tracy Morgan, you got obviously Ben Affleck, and then who else? It's just Chris Tucker, like people who he's already worked with has shown up in this movie. So it's just a lot of fun. I can't recommend that one enough. Now, this is probably where I'm going to kind of give a flack about this one, because it is Clerks 3. I got to see this on tour as well. This is a big one for me. This one means a lot. It really does. I know you can be kind of considered biased a little bit, because this is the movie. When I got to see this movie, I finally got to meet Kevin Smith with this one on this tour, and plus the movie itself. It's like, I want to make movies. I want to but it was like this is what I like to do, to sit around, talk with my friends, and I just want to make movies, like a full movie, and this kind of hits a little close to home. So this is why this one ranks where it does at number 4. Now, this one I'm going to upgrade in a big bad way, which is Dogma. I have the 2-disc DVD set. I have this Blu-ray set. I think this is actually inferior to the 2-disc DVD set, to be honest with you, because there's not as many special features on it, and it doesn't have all the fun Easter eggs if you own that set, which is right here actually, right here. So it's really awesome, and both of these are but Umbrella Entertainment has a 4K steelbook, and I'm probably going to buy that. But anyways, I love the story about 2 renegade angels trying to negate God's decree, and which if he does, it'll end all of existence, And at the same time, it's just people trying to find their purpose in place. You got a woman who's she's kind of lost her sense of religion in a way, lack of a better words there, and she's finally has a purpose and everything, and you get Jay and Silent Bob in there, and Jason Lee playing the villain. It has a rubber poop monster in it. how seriously can you take a movie with a rubber poop monster? And it's pretty cool. If you can find it, there's a version of this movie on YouTube where they have all the deleted scenes and put it into it. So it makes it like almost like a 3-hour movie or something like that. So it's very interesting to watch it that way as well. And number 2 is Chasing Amy. Now, this one I have a very, very unique way of liking this movie, because this one also hits kind of close to home. Okay, I know there's some instances in my life that they kind of resemble this a little bit, but it's nice to see some representation on screen, and that's why it's at number 2. But it is just a great movie. What's her name? I'm going to Joey Lauren Adams. I cannot believe I forgot that, but I know I keep shaking the movie. Sorry, it's so good. I love it, and this is one of the movies where, okay, you know how you can listen to movies or listen to music in a foreign language, and you may not know what they're saying, but you can just something about their voice and the melody and the tune and just the layout of the song. It just feels right, and it feels good, and it just clicks. Okay, now, and that's kind of how it was with this one. I'm watching movies well above my age group, but this particular movie was on one night and I didn't understand it, but I liked how they talked. I liked how the movie looked. I liked the flow of the movie, but it still captured my attention, and I can't really explain it more than that. But it's just about a guy who falls in love with a lesbian, and then her friends and his friends kind of deal with their relationship and stuff like that, and it's way more, and it's so good. This came out after Mallrats, and Mallrats bombed, so he went back to basics and kind of made this for $250,000, something like that. So, and then no shocker, Clerks is number 1. It's not because it is the first movie he made, but it's the first one and the only one that I really truly see myself in, because that's exactly what I do at work. I just sit around. I don't really sit around, but I do spend time talking to my friends at work and friends outside of work, and it's just that's what I would like to do, is just get paid to sit around and talk about movies and life and stuff like that. But this is the 15th anniversary, which also has a really cool making of documentary for the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back called "Ooh, What a Lovely Tea Party." But yes, I would. Of course, is number 1. So this video is probably gonna be the longest of the bunch. So if I want to hear what you have to say about my ranking. And I tried to give a little bit of a unique perspective on each one, a little bit more than what I've said in the past, because this is well documented that I like Kevin Smith, but I wanted to kind of just I tried my best to kind of give some different views on the movie that if I haven't said in the past. So, but yeah, thank you. This one I'm truly kind of dropping the veil on the 31 days for a moment, and just saying these movies mean a lot. These movies was inspired me to make these YouTube channels, from my Maximum Potential days of making the short films to the 2-Ton Nerds with my friend Scott, and here now on the one and only MSJ channel. It's just if it wasn't for Kevin Smith, I probably wouldn't be making videos like this. Okay, so it means a lot. So, and I understand Kevin Smith is definitely not for everybody, and I know a lot of people kind of dropped off after a certain movie, or they really don't like Chasing Amy for certain reasons, or even Dogma for the obvious religious aspect. And I know his newer movies don't hit as well as his older movies, but like I said, like Clerks 3 ranks at number 4 for me. But and then Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is at number 12. So it's like, but yeah, so, so yeah, like these movies mean a lot. Like more so than like Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Spielberg. Like Jaws is a very important movie to me as well. Like it really, really is. Because this is like, I think I've talked about Jaws as well. Like it's one of the like first movies where I kept going back and watching over the years, and like realizing that the characters are the star of the movie. Not even though the shark is also like a part of the movie, but it's the acting, the storytelling of the the Indianapolis speech, just the overall like how a movie flows. Like I keep going back and seeing that, and that's exactly how this is. And I will go back and watch it. Like as I get older, these movies will change for me and whatnot. Like I'm gonna be like, oh man, like just go home. Go do something else. You don't need to be doing that, or say this or say that. Like, but the thing is, they will still be my favorite my favorite director of all time, no matter what. So that is all. I can't believe I went this long. I thought I was going to do a very quick ranking, but I like talking about his movies, so just bear with me. Thank you for watching it. If you got this far, I am the one and only MSJ, Brother Max. I haven't said that in a while, and all I can say is stay spooky, be safe this October, have a happy Halloween, and thank you.